Hey guys, what's up? So, in this lesson, I'm going to tell you a very important fact that this is a very crucial topic, but most of you don't remember much of the details about this. You know, there was some greased cartridges which has cow and pig fat. It threatened the religions of upper caste Hindus, sepoys, which mutinied and killed some soldiers. We have seen Mangal Pandey movie and Shatranj Ke Khiladi. So, most of us had that understanding. Then Rani Lakshmibai fought bravely, and that's about it. But you need to know certain other facts. What was the bedrock on which the revolt of 1857 took place? So in this lesson I'll be talking about the beginnings, how it all started. Okay, so it's very crucial that you know these basics before you actually start to go any further in India's modern history. This is presented by me, Roman Saini. Do follow me on Unacademy. This is my user profile link. Now, whenever we talk about any topic in modern Indian history, you have to approach it in a logical way. So, first of all, you need to read the facts, okay, that what actually happened in that era. Then you need to know the causes of that particular topic or causes of that particular event. Then need to know the immediate effects, what it had during its course and after when it was over. Then finally, what was the aftermath? What were the consequences of that particular thing or that particular event in action? Then you need to analyze it in detail. Okay, then you need to provide a critique over it, not criticize. Critique means writing a balanced summary kind of a thing, or balanced what are the consequences of that thing, or scrutinize it in detail. Then finally, you need to know the learnings from that particular event, how it shaped the future. And finally, you need to know certain extra points which varies from topic to topic. These are under the miscellaneous category. So in the same way we will analyze the 1857 event. So what it is, then what were the causes, social, economic, political, administrative and religious causes, what were the facts involved, how it progressed, then what was the analysis of that, then what are the points of success if it succeeded at all, then what were the major causes of failure of Indian rebellion of 1857, and finally the aftermath, the consequences, how it inspired our national struggle for freedom. Then what was going on in the parallel timelines, who were the main leaders. This will all come in the miscellaneous points. How it affected the Hindu Muslim unity, what was the consequence, all this will come in the miscellaneous point. Okay, so let's start. First thing first, there is no direct British rule till that point of time in India. Okay, so British here means East India Company. So because Crown did not have sovereignty or suzerainty over Indian territory, so technically we were being ruled by the company. That's why it is called as Company Raj till that point. Afterwards, Crown took the control of India under the Government of India Act 1815 okay, 1858. Now, mutiny is a term which is usually reserved for armed forces. So, when troops they do some rebellion, that is called as mutiny. Okay, rebellion literally means it's a very generalistic term. Mutiny is a very small specific terms which is reserved for armed forces. When troops do not follow the orders, when troops deliberately disobey the orders, when troops go on strikes, when troops go on some seditious talks, that is called as mutiny. Okay, so please remember, mutiny is very small specific term. Rebellion and revolt are very big terms which encompasses everything. Now, Indian rebellion of 1857, what are the basic facts about it? So these are the facts. Okay, so the first is the 19th Native Infantry at Barhampur. Okay, this is the first thing. The 19th Native Infantry at Barhampur, they were disbanded in March of 1857. Why did that happen? Because they refused to use the new Enfield rifle. And why did they refuse to use that? You all know the cartridges and all that problem, that we will talk about that in detail in the causes. Then the 34th Native Infantry, very famous person, Mangal Pandey, he shot his own sergeant major of his own regiment. Okay, now obviously because of this he was executed and regiment was completely disbanded, but he became somewhat of a folklore, and there is a movie also in him in which he is portrayed by Amir Khan. Now, the 7th Awadh Regiment, you can also spell it AWADH, it was also disbanded because of the similar reasons. Now comes the main important point, the Meerut revolt, the Meerut uprising, which was the start of it. So, in April of 1857, 90 men of 3rd Native Cavalry, they did not follow the orders, okay, which were given to them to use the greased cartridges because it was laced with pork and cow fat. That was the rumor. I don't know, like nobody knows if it was true or not, but by and large, it is considered it was truth, okay. Now, when they were dismissed and sentenced, it marked the start of the revolt. So next day in Meerut, what happened is on the 10th May of 1857, all the regiment, they released the prisoners, they slaughtered the officers, they killed them, and they raised the revolt flags. Now with these flags, what was the next best thing? They can go to Delhi, which was the seat of the ruler, the Mughal emperor. Now they marched to Delhi. Meerut to Delhi is like 50 kilometers. So they killed Simon Fraser, and when they reached Delhi, he was a political agent. Okay. Now, what is the next best thing which you can do? You can go to Red Fort, you can meet the Mughal emperor, and you can again proclaim him the Shahanshah Hindustan. So, that is exactly what they did. On the morning of 11th May 1857, they reached the Red Fort. Bahadur Shah Zafar II, or the Bahadur Shah Zafar, whatever you want to call him, he was proclaimed Shahanshah Hindustan, which literally means the ruler of India. And as he was the last Mughal emperor, so he had the power in the name, not the actual power, but he has a powerful name. So Bahadur Shah Zafar agreed reluctantly because he was old, he was dependent on British pension, and he was very frail, fragile. He did not want any part in it, but they forced him, and finally he agreed. And he wrote letters to all the major rulers and influential people to rise against the British rule. This is important, to rise against the British rule and throw them out of power. So this is very, very critical. Okay. Now, how did it help? Basically, it completely, now till now it was just a mutiny, but now since you have legitimized it by using a powerful name or powerful dynasty, it transformed completely this mutiny into a revolt, perhaps into a great rebellion, or even into the first war of Indian independence. So that was the power, that was the magic of proclaiming Bahadur Shah Zafar as the Shahanshah Hindustan. So this is very critical, which people miss out, that though he did not play any active role, agreed, but his name carried powerful. Again, it was all because of past glory of Mughal Empire, the Delhi Sultanate. So Delhi was the heart, okay. So Delhi, Red Fort, all these are heart of Indian like polity till that point of time. Even today, a point of leadership was oriented now. Now people know in which direction they need to orient their efforts of revolt, even if only namesake, okay. And now it gave an anchor to the entire revolt. Now they know the fulcrum around which they can revolve. So the time period of revolt is always started from 10th of May 1857, not because of Mangal Pandey, but it is because of the Meerut uprising. And till 20th June 1858, the fall of Gwalior. Okay, little over a year. So this is a very catchy phrase which they use in the books. Little over a year it lasted, but it completely transformed India. So it lasted for 1 year, 1 month, and 10 days. So now, Indian rebellion of 1857, areas which were affected by this. So I first want you to focus on this rule of thumb. So as a rule of thumb, the Western India, the Eastern India, and the Southern India were largely unaffected. West and East were very slightly affected. South India was almost completely unaffected. Okay. North India, Northwest India, and Central India, they were the main participants or the belligerent country region. Okay. So the main area affected will be Upper Gangetic Plains, UP, Delhi NCR, Central India, MP, Bihar. Okay. So Upper Gangetic Plains will include Delhi NCR, UP, Bihar, and Central India will include MP, the northern part of MP. So largely confined to the area mentioned above. Now the British presidencies of Bombay, Bengal, Madras, there were hardly any activity, logically speaking, right? Now Sikhs in Punjab, especially Kapurthala, Patiala region, they supported East India Company by providing soldiers, the resources, all kind of support. Kashmir and many states of Rajputana also did not join the revolt. Okay, so British had upper hand in that. And South India like Madras, Hyderabad, Mysore, Travancore, the large princely states and presidencies, they did not join either. So these are some of the pics of Meerut revolt. As you can see, these are the soldiers. They are rising. They are fighting against their officers. They have killed many of them. And these are some of the nostalgic pics which remind of the Great War which India fought, which completely transformed our national struggle. So let's continue this series. I hope you like this. Thank you for watching the lesson. Have an awesome day.